Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about not worrying about things.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Alright, some of you need to stop worrying and start living. Alright? Some of you are being obsessive compulsive about every little choice that you're making. You know, whether you've killed a fly, whether, you're cleaning or whatever. The biggest thing is not to eat animals, insects, meat. That's the biggest thing. All right? And to win the game, not killing insects, because the game has been won and the win has been shared, you can relax a bit, all right? Killing an insect is not going to keep you out of the higher frequencies. You can't live with an infestation of bugs. They need to go. Now, yes, it will hit your synergy cell, but no more than a day's energy supply for a mass extermination. If you swat a mosquito and you kill it, well, it's a fraction of that amount of energy. It doesn't keep you from winning the game, all right, because the game has been won. And your frequency level, generally speaking, the higher frequency is your frequency that you put out. Insects don't like you anyway, they stay away. You can't worry about all the things, the small microscopic insects and things that you can't see with your naked eye. It is doubtful that you can walk an entire day and not step on something and kill it, all right? You didn't do it intentionally, you didn't do it maliciously. It doesn't count against you, all right? And if you have insect problem in your home and you need an exterminator to come in and to deal with the insects, well then you need to do that, because worrying about those insects and not dealing with them is going to cost you more energy over a longer period of time than just calling someone in and getting it taken care of. All right? I appreciate that you might want to or would like to have the ability to simply exterminate them with your mind, as in having them turn and go another way to remove themselves. The energy that would take and the frequency that would take would be a higher frequency source player, and it would take a considerable amount of energy. It's not something that someone can do who isn't at the top of the game, and then when you're at the top of the game and you realize that that's just kind of, you would waste more energy making that happen with your mind than calling in an exterminator and having them exterminated and taking the hit for the extermination, all right, to your synergy cell. Worry will suck energy from you more than a lot of the things that you worry about. All right? Some of you need to let go of the worry and get on and just live your life. Do the basics. Only the basics, and stop worrying about every other thing. Stop worrying about connections being made to you unless you're giving consent, and then you can revoke the consent that you have given yourself. If you have unlocked your script and you're frequency level 5, you can remove any etheric attachments. All right? This game can be frustrating in the beginning, especially if you don't see yourself climbing the frequency ladder as fast as you would like to experience the climb. Regardless, what happens in the frequency climb is your mind matures. You begin to see the game for what it is. And you recognize tests and trials, and you don't lose your sense of centeredness and balance. You can maintain your posture, your neutrality, and by doing so, you don't create more problems for yourself within your experiences. Because how you respond or you react. Responding is better than reacting. You don't want to react. You want to respond. And you want to respond smartly. You want to respond in awareness of what is really going on around you. You want to respond in awareness that something that you are experiencing is a test, or something that you're experiencing is a consequence to a choice that you made. But above all, stop worrying, stop fear, stop wishing things were different, and start putting one foot in front of the other to get where you want to go, instead of sitting down and wishing that you were there when you're here. And you're never going to get there until you put motion to your body to get there. It takes action on your part. It takes choice on your part. But many of you are worrying, and the worrying is dragging you down. Worry and fear are lower frequencies. And I know it can be hard sometimes to give up worrying, but when you finally kick the habit of worrying, you realize that it has been my experience. When I worried about something, and it's been a really long time since I worried about anything, but it has been my lifetime experience that I've never really worried about anything too much. It comes, it goes. Whatever event it was that caused me the worry, I always came out on the upside of it. Or at least in my mind, I always came out on the upside of it. And once I started realizing that when I let go of the worry and I just walked through it, there was really no reason for me to worry. The action of stopping the worry changed my frequency, changed my mindset, allowed good things to come to me, and allowed doors to open that had previously been closed, or there was always provision. I've never had a doubt in my life that I wouldn't make it, that I would ever suffer lack. I've been in positions where it felt like I could have suffered lack, or I may have lost things, but I wasn't attached to those things that I lost. There is a difference of being invested in those things that you lose, and they're just things, and even people too can come and go from your life, and you get invested in them, but holding things with an open hand and just recognizing that come or go, everything will be all right, and it really will. It may not look like it at the moment, but you will get to the other side of that thing, and you will say, I see now. I would never be experiencing this if I wouldn't have opened my hands and let go of whatever it was that I was holding on to, and if I had allowed fear or worry to hold me back. All right? I'm saying this is because many of you are stuck in fear and worry, and you need to not sweat the small stuff. You need to not worry about things, and you need to start living your life. Yes, you're not going to do things perfectly. Nobody does things perfectly, and we all lose energy for choices that we make because we make choices. And sometimes fear and worry cost you more than that choice that you're making. So just be aware. Just be aware of the choices that you're making, and try to let go of the fear and the worry, and try to enjoy your life. And things will get better. Things absolutely will get better. You can do this. You can lose the fear and worry and set yourself free. You absolutely can. Now, if you find the work that I've done in the Matrix and the information that I'm sharing to be of benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.